Shalom. We the Hebrew Israelites. We out here in Virginia, out here at Ocean View. We come in week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom called America. First and foremost, we give all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to all you Akim out there pushing this word, man. We're ready to get up out of here. Alright. This week we got the Olympics, you know. Lord willing, we see something big go down. We got too many signs out there, you know, too much leaked information. Alright. Let me get too much leaked information, man. Something gotta go down. Whether it be that a missile hit and they blame it on Iran, whatever they do. You know, something got to go down, man. They put too many signs in commercials, too many signs in movies, just like they did before 9/11. They showed all the signs before they hit the towers, you know. So just like they did with this next one, you know, this next well, the Olympics are already here. The Olympics gonna last from what 27 to like the 12th, 14th, just like 2 weeks, something like that. I think it's like the 14th or 12th or something like that, you know. Yeah, that's Sunday the 12th, that's Sunday. Alright? But it's going to get postponed, man, because through the Spirit of the Heavenly Father, man, something going to happen. This is Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. And the Most High got all these whistleblowers out here, you know, revealing things that are about to happen, you know. Like people think that, you know, it's just leaked information. On the Most High using these people out here who know certain things that are about to happen, and they tell it to people in the message. It's just word of mouth, you know. But it's not by coincidence. Everything is ordained by the Heavenly Father, man. You know. So like that, for instance, in the game Modern Warfare 3, they showed the clock tower Big Ben. Then they showed that Jane getting hit with a missile. It was supposed to be a chemical, you know, a chemical false flag event. Which makes sense because, you know, that nuclear basket, all the radiation and all that, you know. Like I said, they showed so many signs of it on this show called Spooks Code 9. They showed what if a nuclear event actually happened over there, you know. Then they had another one when they had when they were doing these so-called terrorist drills, and there was they said what if you know we had three terrorist attacks happen, I think in the subway, and one on a car bomb happened on the road and whatnot. And then a year later one actually happened, you know. So why they out there with their little germ radiation suits on and all that out there drilling? This is gonna actually happen, you know, because they have to do a test run before they actually do it. London is gonna be the main test run, just like for instance those riots started happening out there in London before those Occupy Wall Street. We actually do straight riots out there, burning stuff. Jake was out there burning stuff and all that. But that's like, you know, the main spot was what happened at. Because over there you got the Eurozone. You know, once that really hits, because they said that the Olympics cost like $14.3 billion when the whole economy over there in Europe is declining, man. You know, so once that deal goes down, whatever it is, man, it's going to hit Europe hard, man. So this decline of this dollar, this money system is about to come. It's gonna come down fast, man. And they also showed a scene in the movie 2012. You watched the movie 2012 when they go talk to that fat white guy about them boarding on ships. He went to go watch the TV, and on the scene of the TV show how the earthquakes were happening all over the world. And then they showed the scene of the Olympics. Now this is in the movie 2012, right? We're supposed to be talking about the end of the world, but in the movie they showed a scene between the Olympic, and it said the 30th Olympic Games have been suspended, and there was all this chaos going on. You know, now all that is just, you know, the Illuminati and them passing messages back and forth to the people, you know, or to their homeboys, you know, just to let them know what's going on. And like I said, man, they didn't show this clock tower, this Big Ben, and these Olympic things in London getting blown up. In the movie G.I. Joe, they showed that joint just getting blown up, you know. So they showed London, or that area just getting raised up, you know. There was another game, a video game, I think it was a game. I think it's called Mass Effect. Mass Effect 3, something like that. They showed another one in this movie called Cars, this little 3D movie called Cars. They showed that one, a bomb going off. They showed plenty of movies and all these signs, you know. Even in the London Olympic commercial, there's this white chick and she had a shirt, you know, a little sports bra on, whatever like that. It was a tattoo on her stomach, and it showed the underground of, you know, the underground subway station of London. How would you purposely draw that on somebody's stomach? I mean, that's not an accident, man. You know, it's about to go down. This is about to go down. It's not an accident. You don't make a commercial and have this chick with a tattoo of an underground, whatever drawing of the underground subway station of London, and just have it in a commercial like that.
No coincidence.
Yeah. That's not just there for. It's not just there. You know. They also had this other commercial with them daggone chipmunks dancing and whatnot, and there was just a whole bunch of robots. It was just mass destruction going on, but I couldn't find out where it was at. You know, it looked like a Coliseum area was behind it because I seen the destruction, but you see where it was curved at. You know, but I couldn't tell exactly where it was at. But they showing hella regular commercials, right? But they show at the same time destruction. Like for instance, that commercial with, as a Mountain Dew commercial. You type in Mountain Dew and Mountain Dew commercial Batman. It's a commercial when there's chaos going on and everything is rewinding, and then you see Batman over there fighting and whatnot, and then the screen keeps moving on. It's this guy, this white dude with a daggone Mountain Dew bottle beside a vending machine, man. You know, they put little stuff in that, like, and they pass little stuff on, you know, but people don't see it, you know. They're too busy out here swimming and having a good time and all that, man. You know, they don't see it. Let me get That's 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. It says, "For when they shall say peace and safety," like, for instance, right? It was this guy, I don't know where he was at. He kept going through all these checkpoints. You know, he was mad. He was like, "Is this Germany? You know, is this Nazi Germany? You know?" Because he got stopped at like 4 or 5 checkpoints. You know, it's supposed to be America, man. You know, free country. You know, all that shit. You know, people are getting mad because this is well, what I've been telling you from Jump Street, man. Well, if people were spiritual, then they would know, man, that this kingdom is going down. All right. America is finished. If they knew anything, if they read the scriptures, then they would know that every kingdom besides the kingdom of heaven will be destroyed, man. It will come to naught. It'll be in history. All right. Everybody remembers Egypt. Everybody remembers Babylon, the first Babylon. Everybody remembers the Persian Empire. Everybody remembers the Greek Empire. Everybody remembers the Roman Empire. All right. Now what popped up in America, man? America's going to be America's going to be an everlasting memorial because it's going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. And it's going to be on fire for a long time. All right, that's said the scriptures. All right. So it says 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3, "For when they shall say peace and safety," you know, like people think they oh, my money's secure. You know, I got a 401k. You know, I got a backup plan. You know, what can you back up? How can you not seize or stabilize all your assets? You know, when the whole economy gonna crash around the whole world, you can't stabilize that. Unless you got some silver and gold. You know, but even after that, you know, after the silver and gold bubble, you know, that shit gonna pop up. You know, people think they're secure. I got a 401k, I got this, I got that, you know what I'm saying? I got savings, you know, I got land. I'm gonna sell the land, you know. I got a house. It's gonna be foreclosures, just like out there in California, man. It's gonna be foreclosures left and there going right, you know. But we don't really see it because Virginia's a Commonwealth state, you know, so you barely really see it out here, man, you know. It's nowhere. It's not even a place down here where we at in the 7 cities, Hampton Roads, for us to really, you know what I'm saying, even get this message out, man. Because Virginia is nigger proof, man. You know, it's not a certain area like New York, you know, or abroad, or a street where everybody walks on. You know, we gotta find little corners, man. You know, but guess what? Wherever we go at, the spirit is willing. So if we in a spot where somebody supposed to be, there's an elect there. All right, that's not a coincidence. The Most High sent us there. All right, you know. So wherever we at, man, if anybody comes up asking information, that's through the Most High. If they should be saved, if they're appointed to be saved. All right. But 1 Thessalonians 4:5-3, for when they shall say peace and safety, like Obama keeps talking about some, you know, trusting a strong dollar, strong economy, you know, trusting the stimulus, you know. And people eat that shit up, you know. They eat it up, man. All right. Which they don't know. Obama is Nimrod in the reincarnation, man. It started with him. It's going to end with him. There is no new thing under the sun. All right. That's Nimrod right there in the reincarnation, man. All right. That's him. The elites are spiritual as well, man. That's what they call themselves, the enlightened ones, man. Like, we know who he is, you know, through the spirit. They have their Esau has this shit on the left hand side, whatever he does, man. You know, that Illuminati card game. That's how we know it's gonna happen, man. Because everything in that card game is some of that stuff is written in the scriptures. Like they have a card called Plague of Demons. Well, before the Most High saved the Israelites, the Negroes and the Latinos and Native Americans out of Egypt the first time, the Heavenly Father had the plagues out there. He sent demons. He sent plagues out there. All right. He tortured the shit out of those Egyptians. When you go and read the Book of Wisdom of Solomon, I think it's the 16th and 17th chapter, man, which Lord willing I get into later on. The Heavenly Father going to send plagues to America, man. Same plagues to Egypt, but it's going to be 10 times worse, man. All right. Those movies when you seen ghosts and apparitions and all that, what's with the ghosts is apparition, you know? These are going to be, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be real. It's not going to be no movie scene, you know, like Paranormal Activity or some so-called horrific film. America going to be one big bad dream, you know? You're actually going to be living a movie when these things happen. You're going to wake up and it's going to be all chaos. It's going to happen just like that. You're going to wake up, it's going to be all chaos. Because there's going to be chaos going on, but it's going to really hit the fan in an instant, man. You know, right after this next major, the one that's going to happen here in America. Because it's going to be one, we know through the spirit, it's going to be one in London. It got to be one in London. Throughout these 2 weeks, something going to happen. But it's also going to be terrorist attacks here in America, man. And they showed you that in the movie I Am Legend. When that pestilence broke out, and they shut off both of them bridges, you know. They also showed you that they're going to destroy that Golden Gate Bridge whenever they do it, because I thought they were going to do it back then on May Day, you know. The Heavenly Father showed me a dream of that bitch getting, you know, destroyed, if you will. Not by explosion, it was just, you know, just straight destruction. I just seen some visions of that, you know. But I don't know when it's going to happen, I just know it's going to happen. All right? Plus they put it in the movies. Like I said, it's not hard to see. You know? So, going back, when they shall say peace and safety, alright, then sudden destruction cometh. That word sudden in the Greek means ephneidios, which means unexpected, man. Because we don't know when exactly these things are going to happen. All we know is that what? It's going to happen. Alright? Sudden destruction, man. Alright? That's what Yahweh Shah said, watching what is prayed for. You know now what hour your Lord cometh. You know now what hour your Lord cometh, man. Sudden destruction, man. Alright? We know what time around he's coming, but we don't know exactly what second. You know, to wait for it, look up. You know? It's not going to be like that. We know around the time frame, around World War III, going back to the book of 2nd Esdras. Alright? Because they're going to stop what they're doing over there and try to fight Yahweh Shah and the angels when he comes back. So we know around what time period he's coming. We don't know exactly when it's going to happen. But we see the signs. That's why he gave us signs.